I probably enjoy dressing casual more, but like this is like my honestly like my ideal outfit. Like it looks good, and you can kind of get away with wearing it anywhere. What's up, faithful? This is Kyle Juszczyk, and this is my career and look so far, presented by Microsoft Surface. First one. This photo actually gives me a lot of memories. This is me in the Senior Bowl. Actually, it's kind of a sick look because I love my Harvard helmet, and ironically, I switched to this face mask this year. So it's been 10 years since I've worn this face mask, and I'm gonna give it another run. Just get back to my youth. But it's funny, this just brings back memories. I remember I had a terrible blister running out for the starting lineup in the Senior Bowl, and I can see the look in the grimace in my face as I'm running out there, and just a lot of unknown back then, and not knowing where I would be and how this whole NFL thing was going to work out. But at the same time, good memories. So I had a unique combine prep because I wasn't invited to the combine. So this picture was big because I was invited to the Senior Bowl, and as a fullback coming from Harvard, that was a really big deal. And so this was my opportunity to really show NFL scouts that I could play in the NFL, and I wasn't going to get another opportunity with the combine afterwards. So I really had to perform here and then in my pro day. I was scared that there would be some Baltimore pictures in here. This is tough. This is before what my wife likes to call my glow up. Before I met her, this is my rookie year, I believe. Just a young Juice, hair still combed down. Honestly, I see these pictures and I'm just embarrassed. I had some good teammates in Baltimore who took me under their wing, and it was like, all right, Juice, like we need to work on your hairstyle and your fashion. And so shout out to Dennis Pitta and Joe Flacco. My guys got me right. My draft process leading up to this was, again, pretty unique. I had a feeling that I was going to get drafted, which again, like coming from Harvard as a fullback isn't, doesn't happen a lot. But luckily, my agent, he had a pretty good feeling that I was gonna, go in those mid rounds. And once Baltimore called my name, it really was like it was such a good fit because they really played like my brand of football, just blue collar grittiness, and they used a fullback. So it was a really good opportunity for me, and you can see the hope in my eyes here and how excited I was. First impressions of the NFL were, wow, these guys are big, and wow, they move fast. So some of the guys I was blocking on my first day of practice were Terrell Suggs, Courtney Upshaw, Elvis Dumervil, and these are some of the best edge defenders in the NFL at the time, and just dwarfed me in size. And so I had to grow up really quick and figure out how I was going to make my way in this league. I think the biggest piece of advice I give to my younger self is to really trust in your belief in how you play the game. It's tough coming into the NFL and right away, being told to maybe play your game a little differently than you have been for that you have for the rest of your life. So it took me a little while to really trust what I felt out there and really play my game and not be such a robot out there and only do what I was being coached to do. It took a while to really have that confidence to really make it my own and go out there and play fast. I've been Juice since my freshman year in college. Our senior tight end at the time, I remember we were going around the room introducing each other, and he looked down at the roster. I said, Kyle Juszczyk, and he looks at Juszczyk. He's like, that's not going to work for me. I'm just going to call you Juice. I said, all right. So that stuck all through college. And then it just so happened that John Harbaugh coached for my head coach at Harvard, Tim Murphy. They were at Cincinnati together. And so before I went on my pre-draft visit to the Ravens, they had spoke and talked about me, and they communicated that my name was Juice. And so that carried over on my visit to Baltimore. Right away, everyone said, hey, how you doing, Juice? And once I got drafted there, that stuck. This is, I think, my first OTAs with the Niners, and the hair's pretty long. Yeah, I remember this being, one of my first summers here in San Francisco, and really, getting my bearings here and just being a part of a totally new regime. I like to think it's just like a cool, relaxed fit. It had some cool, I think these are some type of Jordans on here. Got the athletic look going with the green Nike shorts and the black Jordan top. Just trying to keep it clean and easy. Make a good first impression. San Francisco was the perfect fit for me as a free agent, and really the biggest selling point was just what Kyle did with his fullback in the offense, and I was able to see that in what he did with Patrick DeMarco with the Falcons the year prior. While he was there as the OC, and I knew that my time at Baltimore was over, and it was time to find a new place to kind of grow and expand on what I've been able to do. And California was calling my name. My girlfriend at the time, my now wife, we always talked about how we wanted to spend maybe a month in the off season living in California. And then in free agency, when the Niners came calling, we're like, well, here's an opportunity to do a little more than a month. And 7 years later, we're still doing it. So this is, I think, walking into the Super Bowl. And honestly, not that proud of my fit. Don't think it's really all that great. But when you play that many games in the season, and when you're into week 25 or whatever, including the preseason, you start to run out of new outfits. And I think at this point, I had really just kind of run out. So it's okay. I don't know how I feel about the button all the way up or my glasses at the time. But, honestly, I was just trying to win a ring. So it didn't really matter too much to me as long as I had something that was decent. Getting ready to play for the Super Bowl was just a surreal just moment, and I remember like the night before, I'm like what am I gonna remember like me doing like the night before the Super Bowl, and like the same thing on game day, because you don't play till later in the day. It's like, man, the day I play in the Super Bowl, like what am I eating for breakfast? Like what am I doing to like fill that time? And it's just like it's a very surreal thing. You just want to get to the game so bad because there's such a buildup. You have the extra week before, and you have all the media that you have to do while you're out there, and just a lot of talk and a lot of game planning, and you just want to get out there and just start playing football. Hey, there's my guy George. I love this picture because we're each wearing each other's hoodie. I've got his Kittle Joker Nike hoodie on, and he's got my Fresh Squeezed Juice hoodie on, which my wife designed and sold on her website there for a while. But this is just an awesome pick because George has been one of my best friends since I've been here at the Niners, and been together for 7 years. And we work together a ton on the field. We're in combination blocks all the time, but we also hang out all the time off the field, and our wives are best friends, and we go on vacation together. And so this is just like this will probably be, in my house one day, just as a great memory of what a great friendship and teammate I've had with George. No, we did plan this. He had given me his hoodie that week, and I told him I was going to wear it, so then I gave him my hoodie, and so yeah, it was planned. Super important to have a close connection with someone on the team. You always need someone that you can confide in and laugh with, and going through shared experiences, I always say, builds the best relationships. And George and I have gone through so much together, and on and off the field, that we have a true understanding of like what each other has gone through. So it's just really easy to relate with one another and have a close bond like that. The Rathman T-shirt, I love this one. I believe this is our playoff game against Dallas in 2021. Well, I guess the year would have been 2022 or something like that. But this was just, an homage to my guy, Tom Rathman, my fellow 44 Niner. Just wanted to give some love to him, and this was kind of my shout out to him for the day. Well, I know he's had some really big matchups with the Dallas Cowboys, and so I don't know, it felt fitting to wear a t-shirt with him on it, because I consider myself to be one of the best fullbacks in this league, and I think he was the best, arguably the best of all time. So I'm just trying to live up to some of the stuff that he put on the field for the Niners. This is an awesome memory, getting slimed after the Cowboys game. I remember they asked me after the game, like, do you want to go get slimed? And it was such an easy answer. Yes, I want to go get slimed. Like, who doesn't? The time that I grew up, like, watching Nickelodeon and people get slimed, that was like everything. That was a dream. Everybody wanted to get slimed. So that was such a cool experience for me. I was riding such a high. We had such a huge win against the Cowboys. I had a good game. And then to get slimed like that, it was really interesting. And I just remember the slime being really, really slippery, like crazy slippery, and really thin. Had like a thinness to it, and it was almost kind of like sugary. Yeah, loved Rugrats. Also loved Rocko's Modern Life, and Rocket Power was probably my favorite Nickelodeon show. I like this picture just because the vintage N64 T-shirt. Not to show off my age too much, the fact that I'm 32, but growing up, Nintendo 64 was everything. In college, that's all me and my roommates did. We played Super Smash Brothers every single day. So N64 was just like a big part of me growing up. So I love this picture. It kind of goes back to like my the simple cleanness to my game day fits. Like this here, it's a pretty simple. At the end of the day, it's a graphic T-shirt. So you got to add a little spice to it. So the chain is a good addition. Got the glasses going, the watch. So it's all about like little tiny refined details. Love this pic. So I found this shirt on like Instagram or something. And so this is a shout out to my dog, Mozzarella. Mutzi here, she's a Samoyed. And fun background story for the beanie cap. I was swimming in my pool in the morning before that game. And I always do laps underwater in my pool, but I usually have goggles. But it was game day, and I was like, I'm only going to do one lap. My goggles were inside. I was like, I'll be fine. I'll just close my eyes and open it when I need to. And I just so happened, I didn't open my eyes fast enough, and I ran into the side of my pool and scraped my head really bad, scraped my knuckles up. And so I had to wear a beanie into the stadium so I didn't look too stupid. But Mozzarella helped me out with her coolness on the T-shirt. My dogs are the best dogs in the world. I have Mozzarella and Pierogi right now. Pierogi's the newest addition. We got her this offseason. But they're Samoyeds. They're Siberian sled dogs. We got them both from Canada. And they are just the happiest, fluffiest, just best girls in the world. I'm a little too obsessed with them, honestly. But me and my wife just like love them to death, and they're just like the best additions to our family, and they just bring nothing but joy and happiness. So they're the best things to go home to every day. Ooh, I like this look. This is a great fit here. Yeah, I love the shoes. I love the jacket. The ripped jeans Kyle might not be happy about, but, towards the end of the season, you get a little more lenient. So, busted out the ripped jeans for this game. Chain out always, glasses. Again, I'm a broken record, but I just like to keep it kind of clean, simple, but just like small, refined details. The boys at the Pro Bowl, this is a great pick. I think we're going in for... So our walkthrough at the Pro Bowl, and shout out to George for his Rugrats pants. But I love a good matching set. That kind of became my thing last year. Anytime I travel, love a good matching set, and you know, that's kind of what you see here. I probably enjoy dressing casual more, but like this is like honestly like my ideal outfit, is like a good matching sweat set with some cool shoes, because it is casual, but I feel like at the same time, like, it looks good and you can kind of get away with wearing it anywhere. I think you're gonna see more of the same, honestly. Again, keeping it simple. It's all, you know, it's all in the details, and just, you know, try to show up fresh each week.